light shines into a wooden ship's interior from a large hole looking out onto the beach. Standing in front of the captain is a wooden ship's wheel. He wears a navy blue sailor's hat and has a ginger beard and moustache that curls at the tips.
Were you the captain of this ship?
He was, and a fine captain at that.
The wheel stands proudly at his ship's helm.
Until he fell asleep behind the wheel on a stormy night. With his ship now in ruins, he felt useless.
I'm sure I can find some use for you.
The captain pulls hard on the washing machine door.
There'll be no washing clothes in that. The barnacle's covering the door.
The captain stands in thought.
What do you use to get barnacles off your boat, Grandpa?
Something acidic usually does the trick.
Cheers!
The captain raises her glass to the barnacles. The little-faced barnacles scurry away from the pouring lemonade.
Still won't open. The hinges are rusty.
With outstretched arms, the captain admires the clean chef's hat.
Ah, that fresh cotton smell. Oh, what a mess!
A pirate's hook wearing a red bandana on its head stands amongst her things. She also wears a blue striped shirt, belt buckle and red shorts on her handle. There is a yo-yo, a sock, a picture frame, a teddy bear, teacups, a candelabra and a small box.
If only you had somewhere to tidy away your things. This could come in handy.
He took a look, but this wasn't for him.
What about these beautiful jewels?
The treasure chest looks intrigued.
He took them and placed them in his chest. But to his disappointment, the jewels were not what he was looking for.
I'll see what else there is.
Engulfed around a large root exposed tree is a long strip of quicksand. On the other side is a stone altar with a golden-faced idol sitting on a pedestal. The anchor treasure hunter is stuck in the sand.
Pirates use this to pull up heavy cargo, but it seems to be missing some of its pieces.
I don't have enough leverage to rotate this drum.
In a squatted position, the captain struggles to turn the drum.
The sounds of the ocean. I hope you don't mind me putting you to use, Captain Wheel.
Pirates use this to pull up heavy cargo, but it seems to be missing some of its pieces.
The captain threads one side of the chain through the drum and gives the other to the anchor. The captain grips the wheel, pushing hard to rotate the drum. The taut chain pulls the anchor out of the quicksand.
The relieved anchor was back on solid land.
The captain kneels down by the anchor's side while he shakes off the excess sand.
Disappointed with not finding treasure, he walked back to the tavern defeated.
I better watch my step. I don't want to get stuck. I better watch my step. I don't want to get stuck. Let's try this.
The captain places the wooden planks across the quicksand. She hops onto the planks, with her arms outstretched to keep her balance.
Oh no, the planks are sinking. I'd better be quick. Phew, that was close. Looks like I won't be getting back that way. Don't mind if I do. This vine is firmly attached, but it does look like it could hold my weight.
Captain Tutu gives the vine a tug.
Whee!
She soars through the air, her hair and tutu flapping in the wind.
What about this golden idol?
The treasure chest looks intrigued.
He took it and placed it in his chest. But to his disappointment, the idol was not what he was looking for. This wasn't right either. He sighed. He believed he would never find what he was looking for.
Don't lose hope, my little chest. Come with me, and we'll see what we can find. Help.
She was in awe at the beautiful chest. The chest, however, did not understand. Why did she find these items precious? They weren't shiny or brand new. She explained that each of these items meant a lot to her. They held cherished memories and reminded her of good times. With this news, The chest couldn't believe he would hold such treasure.
The hook places her belongings into the excited open chest. Captain Tutu places the hat on his head.
Not quite a pirate hat, but it suits you well. Someone must have run out of flags and tied their apron to this pole. There's nothing in the cannon to fire. Is this a long-lost friend?
The bottle and barrel are so happy to see each other. They hug and smile.
There was no need for a reward, but if you insist...
The barrel happily hands over a stamp. A black crow angrily pecks at the telescope. He cowers under the attack, attempting to shield himself.
He's getting a good telling off for invading that crow's home of shiny trinkets. Look what I've got, Mrs. Crow.
The captain holds a jewel up high. It sparkles in the sunlight.
Catch!
The jewel spins in the air. The crow follows its path.
The telescope was a little sore, but thankful to come away in one piece.
He wipes the sweat from his brow.
Unfortunately, he did not get the treasure he so desired, and walked back to the tavern empty-handed.
His arms droop, with a face full of defeat.
He took a look, but this wasn't for him. The captain thought about it for a second, but she decided to save this item for another time.
What? Not fancy enough?
The hermit crab turns away from the captain.
No? They're not interested.
Disappointed, each hunter had come back to where they had started. As they listened to each other's stories, they could not help but laugh. They were too lost in their chase for fame and fortune. The stories they had made were worth far more than any treasure.
Ooh, that's a lot of glitter.
The captain thought about it for a second, but she decided to save this item for another time.
What about this?
The hermit crab swings its claws up in the air, excited over the sight of its new home. It scurries off in its new shell. Captain Tutu admires the stump in her hand.
The captain thought about it for a second, but she decided to save this item for another time. The captain thought about it for a second, but she decided to save this item for another time.
A round pot of delicious fondue. Now with golden coins. Whew, that's hot.
The golden coins begin to melt into the shape of the pot. With a pair of tongs, the captain places the golden ball into the sink full of water.
A golden fondue ball.
She inspects the ball in her hands.
What I've always wanted. Here she blows.
The captain covers her ears as the cannon fires. Her hat and hair lift from the force of the blast. The cannonball blasts through the mast, splintering it into pieces. Captain Tutu collects the apron from the broken mast. The captain ties the apron around the octopus.
This will be a perfect fit.
The octopus walks into the diner.
Mrs. Pepper and Mr. Salt were shocked to see who was coming through their door. They saw the job slip in his tentacle, the chef's hat on his head, and cowered at the idea of him wanting to work at their diner. The octopus started to tear up. Mrs. Pepper, seeing this, stepped closer to the octopus and wiped away a tear. She looked at her husband for approval. But before he could answer, he felt the strong tickle of yet another sneeze. With a quick flick of a tentacle, the octopus placed a well-timed handkerchief under Mr. Salt's nose. He laughed and thanked the octopus.
With a warm smile, the octopus embraces his new friends, covering another sneeze from Mr. Salt.
He shared his wife's feelings and believed the octopus deserved a second chance.
Mr. Salt and Mrs. Pepper are calm now that their customers are happy.
With the feeling of a job well done, Captain Tutu went to get ready to depart. To her surprise, the whole island had gathered to say their goodbyes.
By her docked ship, everyone stands.
She reminded them that fame and fortune is not everything.
The captain stands among the locals. The octopus, with his chef's hat and oven-glove friend, curls a loving tentacle around her arm.
Finding happiness with what you have is the mark of a true pirate legend. With warm hugs and long goodbyes, she set sail, plotting a course for another long adventure.
The scene returns to Clara looking lovingly at her grandfather.
You see, Clara, having everything you could ever want doesn't mean you'll be happy. In some cases, it may make you unhappy.
You know what? I'm happy with what I have.
Clara smiles ear to ear.
That's wonderful to hear, my little blossom.
Anyways, I've got the best treasure of them all.
Oh, do you now? Let's see. Is it pretty jewels and gold doubloons?
In Grandpa's mind's eye, he imagines gold and jewels.
It's you, Grandpa.
Oh.
They both embrace. An embroidered patch shaped like a fish appears. It shows the island's occupants happily waving goodbye to a pirate ship.